Baby cow. Le sable rosé. Welcome, friends. It's me. How are you? I am fantastic and doing really well. I hope you are doing well as well as can be hoped. Hi Andy, how are you? It's just you and me at the minute, mate. I hope you're doing fantastic. Let's have a look here, shall we? I need to share the link to much uploads and social media. At everyone. How is you, Andy? I hope everything's okay with you. I thought for a second there that the bottles weren't fucked, but upon closer inspection, they are absolutely, if not more fucked than they were before. Friends, if not more fucked than they were before. And let's be honest, aren't we all? Aren't we all more fucked than we once were? That is the passage of time, my friends. That is time taking its immense and terrible toll on us. You know, that fucking Le Sable Roses starts really well, and I've just smelled it there, and it's just turned to fucking bad shit. Oh, that one's not that bad. That fucking, which one were you again? Symphony. I think I've got a problem with that Symphony fragrance because I tried Symphonium by Xerjoff and it was fucking rancid. I don't hate that, but it does smell like fucking laundry. You know? Yeah, that fucking Nouveau Monde. Hey. Honestly, the first one, right? Sun Song, literally smells like the laundry. It literally smells like the laundry. Oh, fucking hell. How have I missed from there? That is despicable behaviour. Friends, like the stream. Like the stream, say hello, and tell me what fragrance you are wearing. What fragrance are you wearing, friends? Today I am wearing Escal and Indonesia because it was fucking humid. Who made? Erica, that's who made. Fuck. I've dropped 3 of them now. Let's have a look here. Oh, shit. There we go. Let's see who's here and what they are saying, friends. How are we doing? Oh, fan funding. That's not what I want at all. What's a goal? Ooh, let's set a goal. 2 hours. That's how long I stream for. Moo. Yay, welcome Saab. Andy, how are you? Super nice to hear and see from you, Andy. Welcome Michael John. Welcome Dushan, how are you? Fragrance Collector, hi there. Greetings from Nishville, nice. Welcome Juan Herrera, humid Texas Day. It's been humid here as well, actually. It's been pretty awful warmth. French Lover you are wearing. Dushan is wearing Dior Homme Intense. Michael John is wearing Oh Narati. I've never heard of that. Welcome, Germs. How are you? Jared Wilson, so rich. Which LV are you going to be purchasing? Well, I've only smelled 4 of them so far. If I liked one enough, I would buy it. But to be honest, I'm as far away from purchasing fragrance as I've ever been, to be honest with you. I don't feel the pull at all. But then there's nothing coming up. There's nothing coming up. There's like nothing that's making us think, oh, I want to buy that. Oh, I should do that. Oh, I like that. That's nice. You know what I mean? I need a 400ml of Indonesia, says Germs. That is a lot of Indonesia. I've actually got this bottle and a backup. But we'll see. Only LV I like is L'Immensité, and that's barely a like. That price is not worth it, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what luxury seems to be at the minute. Frivolous expenditure on stuff that's actually not very good, so that you can say you've got it, and people know that you are able to waste your money on absolute shit that's not even good. You know, like people used to buy luxury products and they would be like better than the other products. But these aren't. They're just shit. You know? It's 2 seconds, friends. I need to get a bottle. I need a bottle of wet. Ah, yes. A tasty, tasty water. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Quack-a-doodle-doo. Welcome, Proddy. Welcome, Bosco. How's Bosco? Lily says next week he'll have an unboxing video. Do not fret. Yes, do not fret, friends. Do not fret. Whatever you do, don't fret. Dushan says, Germs, trust me, you would love to be here tonight. My female friends are your type. Jared says, you have to try LVs on skin, which LVs develop on your skin chemist. You can't tell them just spraying on a strip. The thing is that it's a control. So it's a control. If you think about it, it's the one thing I can control is the fact that I do all my first impressions on strips. And then if any of them intrigue me on strips, then I will try them on skin. I was going to try that rosy one on skin. Le Sable de Rose, but I've just smelled it there, and the fucking amberwood's just come out, and it's like, I hate amberwood. You know what I mean? I don't need to try amberwood on skin to know that I hate it, you know? That's kind of the thinking behind it. It's not that I'm prejudiced against, like, LV, although I might be, but that's not the reason I'm not going to put it on skin. It's because if it doesn't pass the strip test, then it's not going on skin. And it's the same for all of my first impressions if you watch them, you know. Where are we? Sultan Vetiver by Nishana, speaking of amberwood. I loved that fragrance for the first 20 minutes. It's an incredible vetiver. That vetiver that's in there is one of the best vetiver records I've ever smelled. And then the amberwood comes out and absolutely decimates the perfume. It destroys it. Destroys it. It's awful. It's like fucking coal dust. Black chalk dust. That's what it smells like. Welcome, Vic. How are you? Ah, a super chat. Hey, Germs. Thanks, Germs. $2. Duck scent of the day, imagination. For real, bruh. Fresh, man. £1 fish. Germs says, Dushan, I wish I was there, mate. We'd be on the prowl for Cougar. Vic is wearing Aramis Havana. Nice. Sorry, I forgot how to speak for a second there. What's up, fellow hype beasts? Says Often Legged. Everyone is saying hello. Welcome, Misha. Louis Vuitton frags are worthless. Yes, kind of. The value proposition is outrageous. I'm pretty sure they're priced that way to maximize the esteem of them being Estee Lauders. Mitra, I tried to super chat you today and I couldn't. It wouldn't let us. But it would let us buy memberships for people. I was like, woo. Memberships. Louis Vuitton frags are worthless. I like LV Nuit de Feu. Feu. Finally going to cool down overnight, says Often Lit. Oof, it's warm, isn't it? We're getting some weather from the north, apparently, so hopefully Carl sends that cool wind down, Welcome, Paroli. Welcome, Divine, how are you? We were talking about stuff that's more your style today. I did a video about the LVs. There was one of them, the first one I tried, Sun Song, and it's very laundry sort of thing. Do you know if it was like half or even quarter the price? So if it was like £100 a bottle, maybe, maybe 100 mil, £100. I'm a buyer, maybe. I'd consider it. That one will be going on skin. The grapefruit one I tried, Symphony, really surprised us because that grapefruit was actually quite nice. Was quite nice actually, and I fucking hate grapefruit, so I was quite surprised. I was quite pleasantly surprised because grapefruit's fucking rancid. But that grapefruit was nice. Les Indomptables, polar opposite to LV, says Bosco, pretty much. Mitra has sent 14 Canadian dollars. She is rolling like a pear. Look. Thank you, Mitra. Very kind. That was a super sticker, I think. They're just overhyped, says Vic. They are massively overhyped. The bros love them. It's because Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the social, they're all visual mediums. So I understand, right? I understand the madness of what I'm about to say, but LV push it to the next level. It's the cachet of being able to own and show off an LV, a Louis Vuitton. I've got a Louis Vuitton. I've got a Louis Vuitton something. They're a hype brand. But they're like a long-term hype brand. You look at the luggage, you look at the fucking... All of those things have always been priced out of normal people's things. So when you see somebody with those bottles, they are communicating to you just by fucking having it. They're communicating something to you. And it hits different on social media. And that's why they are where they are. Kind of similar with Chanel. Like the stream, homie, says Germs. Yes, if you would like to like the stream, or send a super sticker, or send a super chat, that would be most lovely. Thank you. It's a super sticker. I haven't smelled a single LV. I'm a niche guy. Yes, it is easy to forget that LV is, in fact, a designer house. When I eventually get into YouTube, I'll keep that as a content idea. Otherwise, not rushing to try them. They're just... The thing is, they're very hard to sample as well because you can't sample them. You can only go into the shop and smell them. And they're bastards for that. Yeah, £100 I could see some of those LV freshies. Yeah. Yeah, that Sun Song was quite nice. So there was it Symphony? Symphony as well. That was quite nice. I haven't smelled a single LV. Oh, sorry, I've read that. Symphony is, by the way, more expensive than all the others you tried today. It's like LV's premium. Like, oh, God. Fucking hell, can you imagine? LV with a premium, I bet they're about fucking 600-700 quid, are they? I do remember now you've mentioned that, yes. Rich is an LV hype beast fuckboy now, says Paroli. No, they're a terrible brand. Fucking terrible. Like literally, if those perfumes were a quarter of the price, they might be worth it. But I think that's the point. I think that's the point of the fragrances. I think that's the point of the brand. They're there to be frivolous. You know, they're communicating that fuck everyone else. You're better than everyone else because you have our things. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. That super sticker colour looks like the bottle of Baryshnikov Sport Cologne. Jonathan was wearing a Baryshnikov earlier this week. We were talking about it. LV should stick to bags only. Luggage was their big thing, you know? Luggage to like the aristocracy in the 1850s to like the 1900s. They released their first fragrance after Chanel did. And then nothing for like 100 years. Fuck's sake. What the hell of a break. What should we do next? I don't know. Leave it for 100 years. Give it 100 years, we'll come back to it, you know? I'm wearing the Larbo's Eucalyptus 20 today. I actually think that's quite nice. I think that's all right. Nothing special, but I feel that way about all the Le Larbos. Again, Le Larbo is a bit like LV in that they're expensive, but they're not. I don't want to say they're not very good. I mean, there's some of them, I don't like them, but they're expensive, and I think that's part of the selling point. The 2025 release, solid, coniferous, spicy open with pine and incense, but composition is also a bit basic. I think that of all of them. I think of that of all the Le Larbos, they're basic. And performance obviously sucks. Welcome, Fosco and Bosco. How are we? LV took 5 years to take off, especially after Ombre and Nomad. Overpriced Frankler of Brother Chanel, $300 for 100ml. I've smelled it on a stick. Where is my bag? It's over there. Give us a second. I've got it, not on a stick, on a card. The cards. It's a shitter. I'm not going to lie to you, friends. It's a bit of a shitter. I say it's a bit of a shitter. It's massively shitter. It's basic as fuck. The last was like, I can't let you smell it. And she was like, wait there. And she went back in because I was tempting her with talk of Bois Noir. I was telling her about my vintage Chanels and she was like, ooh. And so they gave us their names on the card. So I'm going to go in and try and talk to them. Excuse me. It smells like a designer from 20 years ago. And that's what it smells like. It smells like a designer from 20 years ago. It's inoffensive. It's nicer than the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette feels like it's trying to scratch your eyeballs out. The Eau de Toilette smells like fingers down a chalkboard. The Eau de Parfum, previous to this one, the Eau de Parfum was the nicest one. The Parfum was nice and it felt round, but I don't think, upon reflection, I don't think sticking sandalwood into a blue fragrance was a particularly good idea. And this exclusive, it's really orange citrus at the top. I get like an orangey thing, really orange at the top. And I thought that was nice. No. They can't keep getting away with it. Hopefully the fucking whole thing comes falling down around their ears because it's what they deserve. Best sheep of fragrance at around $250 in your opinion. For a man, for a woman, or do you not care? There's a much wider field for the ladies. My favourite Chypre for men, right, off the top of my head. Oh, fudge. Give us a second. My favourite Chypre for men, off the top of my head, it's a vintage, right, but it's glorious, is this. Homme de Grey. Homme de Grey. Absolutely a wicked fragrance. It is brilliant. I've got this, and I've got either 2 or 3 other 75ml bottles, and then I've got a 125ml bottle. I don't feel like it's enough. You can see the damage I've done. Now I've shrunk the collection. I'm starting to put real dents in my fragrances. Like, I'm starting to put real dents. It's very satisfying. I've worn a lot of this recently as well. Look at the dent in that fucker, man. That was like up here before the summer. I've been loving this shit. Plus the sprayers are fucking fire hydrant like. And you can spray loads on. Oh, it's so fucking good. It's so good. It's so good. But that is my Chypre for men. Off the top of my head. There's more, obviously there's more. And I would probably be coming at you with vintages. I think the chat may be able to advise you better than me. Xenia fragrances shit all over LV. I agree with that, actually. Jared says, Bella, have you actually tried an LV on your skin? Another passenger on the hate train. Ooh, the hate train. I am the driver of the hate train, personally. Wait. Can you wear Creed Bois de Portugal in summer? I think it's winter limited, but if not, I'll wear it then. Oh, absolutely. It's a happy fragrance. It's a think of it, don't think of it as being thick or ambery or sweet or anything like that. This is absolutely a summer fragrance. Spring, summer, autumn, and if you think it's a winter fragrance, wear it in the winter as well. Absolutely. It's the bergamot. The bergamot in the top of here is absolutely phenomenal. One of the best bergamots with the lavender. It's like a syrupy citrus bergamot. Creamy, sweet lavender. Gorgeous. It's got a little bit of ambergris, a little bit of musk. It is probably the best Creed. It is probably the best Creed. Juan Herrera, $2. Thank you very much. You are too kind. I appreciate it greatly. All super chats are always appreciated greatly, friends. If you wish to give. Chanel's just fucking... It's just... I'm not just fucking saying that, you know. I've got fucking... It's just... Nah. Welcome, Carl. Carl is wearing Chypre Palatine, I think. Franska Boy, welcome. Lou Musk, how are you? People think the moment that LV monogram is in the shot, you've leveled up your aesthetic. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. I tried them all, says Bella. Nina K, welcome. Happy Friday. Can't wait to see Rich in baggy jeans and crop shirts with an LV tote bag. They'd have to seriously increase their sizing options. Greetings, everyone. Wish you a wonderful day. Welcome, DL Qualia. He is wearing Dawn. There's odorants called LV Neon Hermes Essence. That's a very good shout. That's a very good call. Leon? Neon Hermes Essence. It's a very good shout, that, actually. Zara fragrances at Chanel prices. That's another good shout. LV used to be about heritage and travel. Now it's just a logo-heavy billboard on Instagram. Yep. But if you post about LV on Instagram and you put one of their products with the monogram in, it'll get taken down. I think unless you're on the list, they'll take you down. LV Rhapsody is also nice. Old school Chypre, says Pradeep. Yes, give me your Chypre suggestions, please, for one. Why are we paying so much to be a walking advertisement for them? That's another good point. That's exactly what we're doing. Nina K, thank you very much. $2. John says, do any of the LV fragrances smell like their handbags or luggage? A scent like that might be worth a visit. Otherwise, why bother? I would love a leathery scent. I would love a leathery scent by them. That would be lovely. That would be absolutely lovely. Hopefully. I bought the 15ml of Eucalyptus 20. Well worth to have a little bit of that one, says Carl. Spaced Out says, Le Labo actually make innovative fragrances that don't copy anything else. LV is nowhere near them. They smell like expensive linen sprays. That's what they smell like, if you want the God's honest truth. By the way, it's unjustified asking that. I never talk without testing, says Vic. Scent of the day is Tower's First Le Maroc Pour Elle, says Fosco, sampling the new Bogway later. Come! What an interesting name. I saw some reviews of the new Harrods exclusives on Instagram today, and apparently the new Nishane that Jody Fernandez launched is a trash combination of Oud Maracuya and Blue Talisman. Lamau! I haven't smelled Blue Talisman. Who's that by? There's a lot of that going on, though. There's a lot of smashing together of other more popular fragrances going on. It's a luxury brand. You've got to pay luxury prices. What can you do? No difference in paying top dollar for a Rolex or a Ferrari. You want it, you have to pay the piper. I would say, very gently to you, would remind you that Rolex and Ferrari actually make good products. Ferrari are a little bit on wobbly ground. Rolex, yes, you are paying a massive markup for the name, yes. I think you have to see those products in the wider context of the industry in which they operate. You have to see Ferrari and Rolex. So I'm more familiar with Rolex's like aesthetic and everything, but you could take the Ferrari thing. They are actually quite... Now, I don't mean this in a political sense. I mean this in an aesthetic sense. They're actually quite conservative. There are never any, like, fucking wild, fucking knee-jerk, crazy, out-there products produced by Rolex, produced by Ferrari. Nobody does anything mental. It's incremental, you know? They're quite conservative in that way. Chanel are like that. You know, Chanel's probably on. I'm probably on more sort of safe ground talking about Chanel in that way. They have a very conservative aesthetic. I don't mean it in like a. I don't mean it in like a. I don't mean it in like a political sense whatsoever, but they don't do like what Jaguar did recently, where they just take a fucking right angle turn and go off into... Because with the aesthetic that Jaguar had, in and of itself, that's fine, right? But it's not Jaguar. It's not Jaguar. Jaguar don't make that. They're not... That's not their... Play to your strengths. Yes, change. Evolve, not revolve. Evolution, not revolution. But yes, you're right. You do have to pay. It's a luxury brand, yes. But there are... The thing is that they're not worth the prices they're asking, even if they are. Even if they are luxury brands. They have to be worth what they're paying for, you know? Like even if the price is doubled, tripled, quadrupled, as long as the quality follows in kind, that's all right. So they become even less attainable for normal people. But the quality has to be there. I can't imagine anything worse or anything more patronizing, right, than walking around with a Chanel product that you know is worse than what they used to produce 30 years ago, but you've paid adjusted for inflation, 10 times the price. 30 times the price. The Labos eucalyptus was nice, but I already have Hinoki and Wheel. Is Blue Talisman something worth testing? I don't know. I've never tested it. Luxury craps, says Bella. Scent of the day is oh. Welcome, House of Darling Perfumier. Hello, hello, hello. Scent of the day, brace yourself. Macanudo. Macanudo. That wasn't as hard as I was making it out to be. By Maison Detto. I think Pradeep's just bought a fragrance by them. The ultimate flex, says Lou Musk, is not the LV fragrance itself, but the fact that you can afford to buy an overpriced freshie with no longevity and still not care. That is exactly what it is. I've spent half an hour explaining it, but that is literally it in a sentence. It's perfect. I remember, welcome to my twins' lives, says Mitra. Even their bags are now worthless, made for fools only. Average reaction to Bois de Portugal says often like, blah. It's so good. It's so good. Rolex has a mechanic. The thing is with a Rolex watch as well, they're very sturdy. They're very, very solid. You know, Chanel bags used to be solid, even though they were quite. You know, if you bought a Chanel bag in your late 20s, you could have that bag if you looked after it for the rest of your life. This is going back 40 years, you know, to the 80s. There are lots of those bags still around. I can almost guarantee to you now, the bags that are being made now won't be around in 40 years' time unless they've been stored in some kind of fucking baryonic chamber. Do you know what I mean? They've been stored in like a vacuum or something. Yeah. Welcome T2. Mitra as the assistant driver. Doesn't matter if for men or for women, I don't believe in sex or fragrances. Thank you. Cool. Then I still say Homme de Grey. But you have a much wider choice. So you would have something like, you could go Eau Sauvage. Eau Sauvage by Dior. That's a Chypre. That's a Chypre for men. There you go. But if the chat want to come at you with, like, because I'm not as familiar with femme perfumes, to be honest. Aventus is a Chypre, you know. Koros is allegedly a Chypre. I don't know how you feel about that. But I would go for Homme de Grey. If you can find a Homme de Grey vintage, I love this because it's got that big smoky oak moss in the base. It's got a really sharp citrus top, very clean, very sharp, very clever. It's got, I fucking love that oak moss. Lovely, lovely, lovely perfume. Essentia, I think it's a Chypre. Could be a Fougere, actually. I think it's got a big fuck-off lavender in it, hasn't it? Baby cow. Yeah, that's a Fougere, sorry. That's just a huge lavender. Huge! I think we have a hate train for every brand in this chat. Yes. You could. There is. Oh, that's lovely. That's quite a clean, very clean, slightly citric fragrance. That smells. It's got the vibe of an LV. Wow, that's lovely. I might wear that tomorrow. Very soapy though. But yes, we do have a hate train for every brand in this chat. We also have a love train as well. People will align and diverge on different brands all the time. Please like the stream, friends. Please like the stream. Watch Nick. Thanks, Watch Nick. What a big smiley face. Thanks. I've been watching a lot of Watch Nick. I think we have a hate train. Oh, sorry, I've read that. True. Evening, Rich and all in the chat. Welcome, Andrej. How are you? Bois de Portugal was Sinatra's signature fragrance, says Vic. Rocco Max, welcome. Do you like the Leon? Unfortunately not. You would think I would. You would think I would. I should like Shalimar. I should like... What am I thinking? What's the other one called? I should like Shalimar. I should like Le Leon. But I don't, unfortunately. I don't like Habit Rouge either. Le Leon reminds me that big sharp citrus thing at the top with that powdery labdanum dry down thing gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it. It jars with us. Like I really don't care for it. Like the stream, please, friends. I would appreciate it greatly. Is that the new Bleu de Chanel? Sorry. Yes. If you're referring to Afternoon Swim, that's only one fragrance with shit performance, says Jared. Often like says, some of my favourite sheepers at the moment are Eldo's The Afternoon of a Form and Histoire de Parfum 1740. I wish they'd bring their fucking sample sets back into what's it called? Bros, hate train has many cars. All aboard. Who's next? Egoist exclusive? I'd buy it. Scent of the Day Beach Hut Man, says T2. Rich, sell me the new Bleu de Chanel. No, it's shit. Sinatra was in his 70s when Bois de Portugal came out. I doubt if he even knew of it. On Bandy number 1, says Pradeep. Welcome, Fragrance Journey. How are you? Thank you for coming. It's always nice to see Robert. Welcome, Splinter 47. Wearing Baptême de Feu. Oof, it's a difficult one. Baptême de Feu is a difficult one. I've really struggled with that. Hot metal, gingerbread, biscuit. Mitra says, nah, I posted about their refilled fake jugs being sold in frag groups and they did nothing. Oh, okay. Sinatra passed away in 1998. I remember when he died, you know. I remember when he died. God, it was 1998, Jesus. There's an entire hotel with the LV monogram all over it in Paris. Ugh. Jared, Afternoon Swim and Imagination, not so good, says Lou Musk. Nino Slav says, Amouage on a man. He had enough time to wear Bois de Portugal, no need of fact-checking with me. The Labo frags are a copy of each other. Yeah, in the vibe, yes. They're all basic as fuck. I think the Labo are just basic. I've never liked it. I remember when Eugene was buying them and he was like, I hate these fragrances. And I'm still buying them. What other brand did he do that with? He did that with another brand as well. He was buying them, but he hated them. Oh! Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Tasty. Not big into sheepwear, but I do like Siam by Rogue. Blue Talisman is ex nihilo. It's a fruity yaki gallowwood fragrance. Imagination of the beast, bro. Drink more water. I will continue to drink water. Don't worry about that. I'm going to smell cum after a shower, says Carl. Yuck. And Carl telling us his plans for the night. Blue Talisman smells like Biche was in the room, says Prost. Yes, an Orange Spice. The Koros clone came out 200 years before Koros, says Fosco. You're not buying L'Immensité, you're buying a summer day on the French Riviera, says Lou Musk. Bloody hell. That's how I imagine Blue Talisman. Damn. That's before the shower scent, Carl, says Mitra. What's your Liddy Payback? Yes, Liddy, we can smell the difference in skin chemistry, says Carl. Chanel is MAGA. I agree with that, Rich, says Vic. Chanel needs to pay Timothée Chalamet and Margot Robbie, says Prodi. Are they holding out? Are they holding out on them? I know Margot Robbie's just had a child, hasn't she? Coco fraternised with the Yahtzees, Mitra, so that checks out, says Lily. I can't stand phony fact checkers, says Vic. I like IWC watches too much, says Fragrance Collector. Buy them secondhand for the love of all that's fucking holy. I like the IWC Portofino, actually. I really like that blue, but if I was going to get if I was going to get a watch in that blue, I'd get the Master Ultra Thin by JLC with the moon phase. I saw one going for £6,000 the other day. I obviously didn't buy it, but that's like half what I've seen it going for other times. So I was like, "Oh, has that been nicked? What's going on there?" But it was on Chrono, so I'm wearing the lavender. If anybody cares, which you don't, I've got the lavender. Oh. If anybody likes that colour, I like that colour. That is an absolutely dreadful shot. There you go. Can you see that? I don't think you can. Nah, the light's fucking hideous. Like, can you see that? It's a nice colour. It goes with my skin tone, sort of. It looks like one of my skin tones. You know, like pink, red, white, pink, lavender. It's a nice colour. I mean, it's all disproportionate there because the camera's obviously just completely vacated the building. Like, yeah, IWC watches are nice. I was going to get me and Richie G went into this shop, right? And I was like, oh, can I try on the smaller Ingenieur? Which is like, it's like a 35mm. And the bloke was like, oh, it's a woman's watch. I was like, I don't care. There's me standing there, 6'2", bald head, overweight, looking like a fucking skinhead from the 70s, essentially. But I'm very, as you know, I've got a very easy way with us most of the time, unless somebody's fucking accusing us of being a woman, when I'm obviously not. But if I was, I don't want to hear it from you, dickhead. I wouldn't care. He looked like me, but older and considerably less good looking. Anyway, he was like, that's a woman's watch. He was like, what do you want to try that for? I was like, because I fucking just fucking asked you. It's your fucking job. Fucking get the fucking watch out, bellend. I didn't say that, but I was thinking. I was like, no, I just want to try it. And he was like, all right. And he pulled it out. And I struggled to get it on, to be fair, because the bracelet was too small, because it's fucking... But I was like, I much prefer the smaller size, just prefer smaller size fucking watches, but obviously, like, the fucking... The watch buying fucking thing, which is, again, predominantly men, same as the fucking fragrance thing, is like, oh, you can't wear that, it's a woman's watch. I was serious, I was going to fucking swing from at the end. I walked out the shop and I said, Richie J, I was like, it wasn't just me, was it? Nope, he's a total cunt. I was like, what an absolute dickhead. You know what I mean? He was just being a bellend. I was like, are you trying to get sacked? You know what I mean? I'll put you on your fucking arse, you slag. Got a 7mm decant of Diaghilev from my sales associate. That was nice of them. Amazing, but Roger was crazy charged. Yeah. Yeah, $1,100 for 100ml, absolutely mental. Now Chanel bags are made in Morocco. Be nice if they smelled like Moroccan leather. Not like a bit of lait du désert marocain. Have you compared it to Mitsuko? Mitsuko's a top sheep, but I think somebody else mentioned it in the chat as well. Yeah, see you later, Vic. He's probably been gone for a while now, sorry, mate. But see you later, man. Mitsuko is the best sheep of all time. Ah, there we go. Nina K. Not a big... No, I keep thinking that's Zhiki. Zhiki's not a sheep. Mitsuko's nice. Those old Guerlains, again, you would think I'd like them, but they're a little bit too nice. They're a little bit too good. They're classy. You know what I mean? It's like the Chanels. I think that's one of the things I don't like about the Chanels. They're a little bit too good. That's why I like Antace. I like Antace because it's a little bit rough. It's a little bit gruff. It's a little bit rough. Even though it's like, you know, like Beauty and the Beast, where it's like basically the Beast scrubs up well. It's kind of like how I feel. Like, most of the time I'm just like... But every once in a while I can, like, you know... I was going to say comb my hair, but you know what I mean. I can have a shave and, like, Antace, so it's still there. But... I look forward to Jacob's overly in-depth review of the new Bleu de Chanel, says Carl. Chyprelis by La Puente is nice, says Misha. Vintage Miss Dior. Yeah, those old Diors are really good. Is he going to get a headache, Carl? I'm getting a fucking headache. I'm probably going to get Grey Cabochard some of these days since Les Odorant's recommended as a cheapie. Grey makes some fucking good fragrances, you know. I know that Honda Grey was made by Gerard Anthony. The new Oud Zarian is horrid, smells like a sausage with syrup all over it. Creed is done. Greggy Boy actually contacted us today and said that he has got a bottle and he's selling samples of it. So if you're in the UK and you want to get a sample of our mate, and so I can fucking shit all over it, like, because I just know I'm going to hate that shit. Creed is finished. I think it's fairly safe to say that Kering have bought a legacy brand. On that note, I sprayed Aventus Absolute on skin, actually, would you believe? And it wasn't a first impression. I smelled it a couple of times before, but I sprayed it on skin. It's a bergamusk. It's a pine musk. It's like a pineapple bergamot musk, white musk fragrance. That's what it is. And it's got good performance for a freshie. But it's linear, it's boring. It doesn't smell cheap. It smells a bit like those LV fragrances. It smells hollow. And it smells like a glorified linen spray, if I'm being honest. 31 Rue Cambon is also amazing, says Nina. Offenlight says I'm probably going to get... Oh, sorry, I've read that. The new Creed Oud Zarian is horrid. Smells... Oh, so I've read that as well. Is Angelos Creations olfactives worth testing? Pricing is yikes. I'd say they're worth testing, but are they worth buying? Sample set. I enjoyed the sample set. I thought they were all right. But I wasn't buying any. Welcome, Pat. Welcome, Tony. Yes, the Femme Grey is totally unisex, says Nina. Has a cigarette vibe. I'm happy when I hear that Rich sounds like he's feeling good, says Dushan. Well, it's funny you mentioned that, actually. I stopped taking naproxen this week just to see what would happen. I'm not going to lie to you, friends. I feel like shit. I feel like absolute shit. Naproxen is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Whew, I feel fucking fucked. This experiment, while interesting and stuff, you know, a little bit of nausea every once in a while is probably worth putting up with, considering the improvement it makes to, one, the fatigue. I'm immensely fatigued. And two, the increase in pain I've felt. So I shall be going back to the naproxen. But thank you, Dushan. That is very kind. I appreciate it. I like it when you tell me you're feeling good. When you're in the bar eating a delightful dessert. Why should you like them? Oh. Yes, that's right. Why should I? I don't need a light cigarette vibe. I got the bottle for like $12, €12, so I'll just throw in one of these days. Is often like, I don't like citrus vanilla. Smell like creamsicle. Citrus vanillas are weird. Citrus vanillas are weird. They do have that creamsicle sort of thing. They give me a weird vibe. I do think the Leon fills a gap. Yeah, it does fill a gap, but so would an oud fragrance, you know. Jonah Whipf says Scent of the Day Beach Hut as well. What was wrong with the new Bleu de Chanel? Missed that. It's bland. It smells like a 20-year-old designer. Which you would think that I would be in favour of, but the fact of the matter is it's $300, whereas 20-year-old designers were like 30. You know what I mean? Fur. Is it okay to layer? No. No, it's not okay to layer. I can stop that sentence right there. I'll finish it for you because it's you, Carl, but no, it's not okay to layer. Is it okay to layer Baptême de Fur over Nuit de Fur because of the fur? Is it fur? It's fantastic, says Offenlicht. Eugene Le Labo cap test is mint. Hate buying is a thing. It is a thing. It is. It's been done. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. It's not conducive to a long-term relationship like hate fucking. You're not getting into a long-term relationship with someone that you hate. Fuck. You know. Scent of the day, L'Adrien. I want to try L'air d'Alpe Suisse. Eugene, wake up, says Dushan. Has Eugene mentioned when he's releasing the next Les Abstrait? I believe, and I don't know this because I haven't spoken to him about it, but I think it's next month. He's pretty close to getting it done. Hello, friends. Scent of the day, a tiny spritz of a Riche Le Dove Forbidden Flower. Musky as fuck. Welcome, Frank. How are you? How's things? How's life? I hope you're well, mate. Lily retracting her messages because she's a rascal. Pretty clock, says often liked. Yeah, it is. It's nice. It's. I feel like sometimes I look at it and I think, is that a little bit, happy? And is it a little bit kind of, positive for me? But I don't think it is, actually. Your skin tone, you mean ghost. Woo, that Rolex looks stretched like a roadster. Yes, it does. A Rolex is the only thing you can buy that you can wear on your wrist and sell for the same price or more a few days later. Yes, exactly. The value proposition is actually very good, even though they're expensive as fuck. They last. And the thing with Rolexes is that they're rugged. They're hard. They'll stick around. They're a bit like gold at the minute, actually. Obviously, gold has stood the test of, and when I say gold has stood the test of time, I'm talking thousands of years of human history. But in that you can buy gold in 2025 and almost certainly at least get your money back in 2026 and beyond. Very rare can you buy something and that happen, and a Rolex is like that at the minute. I don't think that'll last for hundreds or thousands of years the same way gold has, but there we are. He wanted you in the deep sea model, Rich. He can fucking keep his deep sea model. Do you know what it is? I can't be dealing with them massive sports watches. Do you know those watches that are like fucking 12, 13, 15 mil thick? Why? They're awful. I don't like them. I like a nice, simple watch. I like a nice, simple watch. I can't be dealing with fucking all sorts of madnesses like moving bezels. Moving bezels scare me because I think I'm gonna break that. You should go in wearing pink next time. I was gonna get a lavender I was gonna get some, not lavender, linen. I was gonna get some linen clothes. Hey, I could spray the fucking LVs on because they're linen sprays. I'll call him anti-feminine. Lol, not for not letting you try on the watch. Well, I mean, he eventually let us, but I had to push him harder than I should have. Like bad salesman. Like somebody's showing genuine interest in a fucking watch, right? Doesn't matter if it's a woman's watch. If I wanted to try on one of them tiny little fucking Cartier things, he should have been like, yes, sir. Somebody walks into a restaurant and says fucking, I want you to put fucking tomato sauce on me fucking fish. You're like, all right, no problem. As long as they're paying for it. Have you tried any Norton Wilson stuff? Tried the first one. Really liked the lavender note, but it had orange in it, and I don't like orange. I don't like orange, Bozic. Tadak Moe says, good evening. Good evening. Rich likes to pretend he is not classy, says Misha. The Swanwood says, one should not discount the possibility that LV skewed their compositions briefs to intentionally result in lighter, less complex compositions that would be more amenable to the Japanese preference. Why the Japanese preference, Swanwood? Why specifically the Japanese preference? Excuse me. And tastes as a scent of a badass looking guy with a black leather jacket, jeans, and leather boots. That's not how it was perceived when it came out. It was seen as extremely camp. It was an extremely camp fragrance when it came out. Did you know that? Because it was Chanel. First men's fragrance had released in 35 years. Chanel was a woman's brand. It's not how that is a thing that has developed over time in the fragrance community. And I kind of agree with you. It's gruff. It's got a little bit of edge and it's rough. But when it first came out, it was very much considered a gay man's fragrance. And that was in the 80s, you know. So you had the whole stigma of the AIDS thing going on. People weren't as at peace with gay people as they are now. Fucking all that sort of thing. Sense for Thor. Good evening. How are you? I like Centaurus, says Fosco. It's got cinnamon in it, hasn't it? I think I've only tried that one once. I must admit, I wasn't impressed. I must be in it. Shocked, to be honest. Yeah, it is. It's always. Well, it's nice though, you know, when you're like half like shying away from a fragrance. You're like, it's gonna be fucking awful this, and then you smell it and you're like, oh, that's not that bad actually. Since Creed is finished, just buy the vintage fragrances. That's what I've been thinking of doing. So I would make a move, mate, because there's fucking not many left. Creed's 1760 history is a beautiful fantasy. Well, yes, but just because it's beautiful doesn't mean that it's... I mean, you know, it doesn't mean that it's right, but I mean, I don't need to tell you that. You know that. But I'm saying it's like... It's fantasy, but it's... the thing is that I can't... It would be laughable and it would be silly and it would be like we could go along with it. But then you hear about the way Olivier Creed treated Pierre Bourdon and you're like, you're actually quite a fucking menace, you aren't you? You know? Like, Olivier Creed's not just some bloke who's like, oh, look at this, isn't this beautiful? And let me take you on a journey sort of thing. You know? He's actually a bit of a shithead. You know? Fuck him. So no, I don't feel like playing along with his bullshit, if I'm being perfectly honest. If I met Olivia Creed or Erwin Creed, I'd be like, Harry, when are you going to pay Pierre Bourdon? Dickhead. You're going to pay that money you fucking promised him. And I'd do it in public and get it on camera as well. Shithouse. Scent of the night is a boy. You are wearing a boy. Creed's 1760. Oh, sorry, I've read that. Reggae music is playing now, says Duchamp. Deep Dab Wave. Aventus Absolute is like a cross between Bleu de Chanel and Aventus. Nothing new, just another carrying shit. Yes, it's not great. Aventus Absolute I thought kind of shite. Yes. Yeah, well, it's just like a Burger Musk. It's what it is, a glorified Burger Musk. Was Super Leggera a better release than the new Bleu? No. I thought that Super Leggera was really, really, really poor. That was a Burger Musk as well. The oldest bottle of Creed perfume dates back to the 70s, not 1760 bullshit. Yeah. I feel like shite too, but hosting a staff party tonight. Oh, God, all the best. Oh, it's hot. Richard, remember you mentioned playing Red Dead Redemption 2 in one vid, and that piqued my interest. Any other games you really enjoy? There are, but I've only been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 recently. I've actually got a gaming channel that I play on. It's Rich Mitch Gaming. If anybody wants to subscribe, I do live streams when I play. If you just want to sit and, when I'm not up to fragrance streaming, which is considerably more taxing and like, you know, on mentally and when you're tired and stuff like that. Like I'm flagging at the minute. I'm flagging. I'm struggling. But I'll power through. Also, I took poison last night. Sometimes it's really easy and sometimes it's really not. And last night was fucking awful. Last night was fucking awful. I felt fucking shite. I had a terrible night's sleep. And then woke up in the morning, had a slice of toast, cup of tea, took me painkillers, went back to sleep fucking 4 hours and felt much better. I heard that Creed provided the embalming incense for all the pharaohs, says Lou Musk. Richie B says hello. How are you? Never done that, Rich, says Mitra. Hello, Richie Black. Tam 10, how are you? Sensible Thought says Les Alps Suisse will be with you this week, Chief. Are you going on a trip this weekend? Sensible Thought. Pictures. Pictures if you are. Fucking hell. Layering is an insult to the art. Yeah, I hate layering. I just don't like it. Hello, how are you, Mitch? Just blind bought Aramis. I wanted to know how it smells. It's green. It's tobacco. It's oak moss. It's vintage. It's really good. I really like it. So if you like vintage type of fragrances, you'll like that. It has been discontinued. Paroli says, never taken a Prox on an empty stomach. I don't, mate. I only eat it. I only take it after I've had a meal. And I take lansoprazole as well. So most of the time, layering just smells like two perfumes. It smells like a clusterfuck. It smells broken. It smells slightly schizophrenic. It smells like confused and broken, you know. Good night, guys. Was happy to share a bit of the chat with you, says Franska. Scent of the day, Zaro Pour Homme, still brilliant as fuck. I agree. Probe says, you need a Richard Mille. You know what I mean? Do you know if I got a Richard Mille, do you know what I'd do with it? Sell it. Instantly. Because one, that ugly as all fuck. Two, they're worth an absolute fucking fortune. And three, they're actually going out of fashion. Jared says, how's Ramsey Rich? I missed that rascal. He's alright, he's cracking on. I think he's just putting himself back together, like he got deconstructed earlier this year. So I think he's just trying to put all of his parts back together, and then he said he's probably not going to come back this year, like, so I bear that in mind, you know, if anybody's thinking about it. When are you going to collab with Navitus, Rich? Says Mitra. Oh, that's the one that Stephen was with, wasn't it? They were shite. He stopped doing that now, thank God. Now he's pretending that he's cool, though, which is just fucking... Oh, it's so painful. Stephen, mate, you'll never be cool, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter who you hang around with. Doesn't matter whose mannerisms you copy. It doesn't matter the things you say, the things you wear, the glances at the camera. Mate, you're an imposter. Stop it. Jared, you can see Ramsey's answering comments on his most recent video. He's planning to be back as soon as he feels well enough mentally and physically, says often. Like, I want a picture of you beside Stephen. Stephen is little. So happy to hear Ramsey will be back soon, says Franska. Camp? Like campfire? No, like camp, as in like camp. A Lost Sense says, War YSL Pour Homme 71 to do. The ripe, sprightly blend is amazing. I do not care for that either, and I should, but I don't. I got something mentholated and a little bit breathy out of it, and Eau Sauvage keeps it on the right side of the line. YSL Pour Homme pushes it over the line for me. I can't wear it. I sold my vintage. If Antaeus is camp, then what is Lamar Elixir? Shite, that's what it is. Dobadabka, how are you? Everyone still calls perfume aftershave in England because that's what real men use, says Sense with Thought. Yes, just so there's no confusion here, it's aftershave, you know. Original Veteran Viking seems to be in alright shape. Viking, I like Viking. People talking about 2017 batch and all that sort of thing. Bollocks. Bring back cologne concentrate, make perfume masculine again, says Sense with Thought. Yeah, the girls at the perfume counter were trying to tell us that Chanel never discontinues any fragrances. I was like, well, it's funny you mentioned that because I've got two of them. And I'll bring them in and I'll show you them. And they were like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, no problem. I wouldn't care. They're two of the best ones as well. Bois Noir and Bois Noir and Cologne Concentrate. 3 of them, actually, because I've got Paul Monsieur Cologne Concentrate. Bring back Cologne Concentrate. When George met Olivia Creed, he sucked his dick by saying all the Aventus clones don't compare to his original creation. George who? Deep Dab Wave says, I've missed the news. Is Ramsey coming back? When is it, lads? Bursh. Sub to Ducks Gaming Channel, says James. Yes, if you want to. Richard, you're hyping yourself up to imagination. Brothers are claiming it to be the new king, so you know what that means. Yeah, it's going to be shite, but we'll see. He just said he wants to come back once he's feeling better, but no timeline on when it'll be. I can't wait for Ramsey to come back, but I don't mean he has that. But I mean, he has 1,000+ videos, guys. No way you watched all of them. Go and watch them. Give him time, says Sensible Thought. Rich, how are the Naomi Goods, says? Are they too challenging? No. No, they're very interesting. They're very interesting, well-made, interesting, cool perfumes. I have Iris Sandra, and it's fantastic. I don't see his reaction on the newer reset. I don't know that he's got it. Fragrance Collector says, it's sad because Creed was amazing, unfortunately, and vintage ones getting rarer to almost none, so I also go with designers. I won't buy newer ones, only vintage, since I find vintage clothing so it sucks. Sorry, I didn't quite catch any of that. Have you won Santa Messiah at all this summer? I just finished my 5ml decant. I want to get a deal on a bottle, says Pat. I haven't worn it, but I did pick it up and smell it today. There's a couple of fragrances I haven't worn that I usually wear. Vetiver. I wore Vetiver this week by Guerlain. Paris Biarritz. Oh. Scent of the day is Cheruti 1881. Dobadabka says, I really enjoyed your rant video. Thank you. More rants will follow. Real men worry over words because it may make them look feminine. Real men cannot ever be perceived to be that way or their whole world will crumble. Well, it's more about what's going on inside than what's coming out. Bowtie Fragrance guy promoting clones. Now that guy's the biggest shell clown, says Jared Wilson. Never watched him. Same with the other guy. The one RXL used to take the piss out of. What's he called? EQ Fragrances. Just haven't watched them. Just don't talk about the things I'm into. You know, in fact, I'll be honest with you, there's very little fragrance content I take in now, which is a shame. I used to watch fragrance content to be educated on fragrances. Now I'm at the point, I hope this doesn't come across the way I think it's going to. Now I feel I'm at the point where none of these people can teach us anything. Like, or if they can, is it worth the time you've got to invest in trawling through all the shit to get to that one fucking diamond? And I don't mean the person, I mean the bit of knowledge. I'd much rather talk to the people in the Discord, the people in this chat. I'd much rather talk to the people who watch my videos because while they're not into the same fragrances necessarily, they've got this like a similar outlook. And I know they're not trying to sell us anything, you know? I know that they're looking for things that are interesting. Christ, it's fucking so hot in here. I'm sweating like a fucking fat lass in a fucking bingo. So have you heard of Amber Rome? Is this new Amberwood crap? Amber Rome has been around for years. Yeah, it's just one of the Amberwoods. I expect RMC will jump on that new Arige Ladore Clear de Russie 2 with a quickness. I don't think he's buying fragrances. Jonas says, Creed Viking changed. It's still solid, but it's missing some pieces, and they put in some kind of musk to blur out the missing pieces. A clean linen kind of musk. I don't know what year it changed, though. Fuck. Richie B says, I want to make a men's cologne and call it Handsome Man. and feature Danny Trejo in the ads. Have you ever heard of the perfume by Bud Parfums called Ugly Bastard? Look it up on Fragrantica. It's a thing. Creed Viking 17 batch is the best, says Jared. There we go. Stop spoiling the rotation videos. His sense was okay. I like some clones, says Richie B, but just based on if they're good or not. I don't care about how close they are, says Richie. Galen is here. Amber Rum is one of the oldest bases. Been around forever, says Fosco. Should we love a fragrance while knowing the brand's history is a lie? Should you love Salvador Dali's art knowing that he was a card-carrying, bona fide fan of the 1930s German government? It's a similar thing. It's not the same thing, but it's similar. You know, can you separate the art from the artist? It's hard. And too many echo chambers. Yes. Rich Mitch, it's like the nothing new under the sun concept. Yes. Totally. There is nothing new under the sun, but you just hope that, I don't know, you hope to stay in the sun. The new Fragcom simply doesn't provide that feeling of the OG Fragcom I had. It just is what it is. Even compared to 2021, current Fragcom seems so distant to me. It's my analogy to the universe expanding, and all the different little clicks and all the different little fucking spaces are growing in between and stretching away from each other at all points at all times. You know, it's not we all used to inhabit the same galaxy, if not the same solar system. Now it's a universe, and it's grown and expanded, and it's full mainly of empty space. I thought it was a good analogy when I came up with that. But yes, I agree. Even 2021, everybody kind of hunkered down together in 2021 because of the circumstances. Interesting. Fosco had never seen that note, and yesterday I tried 2 perfumes with it. Ooh, spooky. Welcome, Karen. Hi. What Louis Vuitton are we wearing today? None. But I have actually just put the sticks in the bin. I can't be dealing with that shit. It might be them that's give us a headache. But welcome. Yeah, make sure I've seen it being marketed more recently, says Fosco. Masso, welcome. DHP 2023. Hot day, but lovely stuff. How is it in the heat? I imagine it's yes. Rich, will you ever buy a Celine bottle? No. Do you think any of them live up to Bois d'Argent and Dior Homme? Also no. And no again. Bois d'Argent, just buy Bois d'Argent and be done with it. Someone was saying to me in the comments the other day on my Bois d'Argent comparison video that Francis Kirkjohn had said the newest one that he'd made was more akin to the original. I can tell you right now that's bullshit. He said that thinking that no bottles of the original are still out there, and if they are, nobody's going to listen to that. Anybody who's got it. He's full of shit. It's so flat and muted, and the other one is so alive and green and verdant and murry and rich and profound and alive. And the new one he's got is like, it's like a desiccated corpse. It's still the same body, but it's like had all the life sucked out of it. Dahlia. Deep Dab Wave says, fucking hell, mate, I'm too roasting here in Glasgow. Just unbelievable how the heat hits in the UK. Bursh. A bursh. Big John needs to calm down, doesn't he? Fucking hell, he's massive. He's fucking massive, John. Bless him. He's a decent bloke. He gets a lot of stick online from people. I think he's a decent bloke. Like, oh, fuck me, man. No. Bless him. He needs to lay off the fucking munch, like. Or he's not going to be. You'd even see many old age fat people, like. It's something I need to fucking bear in mind as well, to be fair. But I'm nowhere near what John is. Fucking hell, John's massive. Bro, it's really you and Brother Ram that are the real ones, says Frank. Into vintage and top quality shit. Half of the real ones is on that side for a bit. You two have massive overlap in your viewerships. Yes, that's right. Ramsey was a viewer. Ramsey was watching Eugene's streams when I was on them, and he left a message on one of Eugene's streams, or he'd said something in the chat and being like, me and Rich are like very similar, like he said, like in loads of things, which we still are to this day, like, you know, feel very similarly about a lot of things and disagree about other things, but like it's more the process that we have about thinking about things and the beliefs rather than the actual end point, if that makes sense. Like he calls it vintage people. Like you don't get many vintage people these days, and I agree, absolutely. You know, so we do have a lot of overlap. So like he kind of left a comment, and just ever since then we've been friends. Like because I was like, oh cool. And then I think I started making videos, and I started encouraging him to make videos, and then he did. He started, and we are where we are, you know? He got massive viewership. He was putting out fucking huge videos every day. I think Ramsey as well, I think he said this. And so I'm not saying this on his behalf. He said this before. I think once he gets into the rhythm of something, he finds it much easier to do, but actually getting into the rhythm is more difficult, you know, like getting started. So once he starts making videos and doing it regularly, then you'll see the video start to flow, you know? But you have to remember, he was making all that content he did, right? All that content, that organic growth that he had and did, right, was all from him putting out videos every day, loads of different topics, loads of different perfumes, all different fucking kinds of things. And he was growing huge. If he'd kept it up, he'd have over 20,000, 25,000 subscribers now, because he was covering everything. You know, like not many channels grow like that. Look at mine. Mine's like I go up like 10 subscribers a week. You know, I don't put videos out every day. I don't even make as many as I have. Like I said, I've not been well. It's going on 4 months now, actually, that I haven't been feeling great. Actually, if I'm being honest, it's going on a year, but that's a different fucking. That's a different thing. Actually, it's more than a year. It was July last year, wasn't it? No, that's not the point. What I'm saying is that I've slowed down quite considerably. You may or may not have noticed that. But I'm hopeful that I'm going to start feeling better soon. Or I am feeling better. I'm hoping that I'm going to keep improving to the point where I can make more than one video and do one live stream a week. Like I'm forcing myself to do that, you know. Who cares about the brand history, says Sense for Thought. I don't get the football team kind of mentality with perfume brands, to be honest. They're businesses. Yes, so are football teams. That's the thing. That's the thing. People invest. And that's what these brands want. They want you to invest emotionally in these brands, not just because then that helps them extort money out of, like extract money out of you, you know? That's how they get money out of you, through getting you to invest. It's like when people say, you know, when you hear the brands and they're like your Airbnb or your flight on Ryanair, your fucking any product you want, it's yours. No, it's not fucking yours. It's a service. You can't own a service. And that's the way society, business, capitalism is going at the minute. Everything's going to be a subscription. Everything's going to be a service. It's a massively over-service, especially Britain. Donald Trump's trying to reverse that trend in America. He's trying to bring manufacturing back and diversify the economy. But we're heading towards a service economy where basically you just rent shit. Like video games is a brilliant one. your copy of Red Dead Redemption. One, you don't have a copy of Red Dead Redemption if you don't own the disc. Two, you're renting it off them, with which they can cancel your access at any fucking time. That's the future, right? And I'm saying Red Dead Redemption there. Rockstar's actually not as bad, although their online services are fucking terrible. The stories I've heard, they extract a lot of money out of people through their online stuff. I only play campaign. I'm not going online to be fleeced. Fuck that. There is so much we know about someone, says Lost Sense. I've got a season ticket at Chanel. That's the way it's going. I'm telling you, that's the way businesses are going, mate. Karen says, often like, I'm great. Did you sort out your Nexon? Lol, ugly bastard. No, it seems like it comes off as amen around. It's actually quite nice. It's actually quite nice. I've smelled it. I got those bud. I got his, it was a Red Dragon, Blood Dragon, the Dragon one as well. I got 5 samples. They were quite nice. I just don't know. His website's a nightmare to use, and he's a strange person. But just ugly bastard, just absolutely howling. The picture on Fragrantic is incredible as well. The world does seem to be polarizing. Yep. It says new frag commerce and entertainment industry looking for subjects to make a circus out of. Yes, that's true. Does a fragrance lose its magic when it becomes an everyday habit? Possibly. But we have collections. Most of us here have collections. You know, maybe some people are just here because they want to partake in the community aspect, which is fantastic. It's why I'm here. You know, I wouldn't enjoy it as much if it wasn't for you. So there you go. But some people do just have one fragrance and they'll change it, you know. And so I suppose for them it does lose the magic. But I wear a different fragrance every day. I make a point of not wearing the same fragrance 2 days in a row. It's one of my rules. It's not a hard rule, this, but I don't wear the same fragrance more than once a week. It's not a hard rule, that one, though, but a fragrance 2 days in a row is a hard rule. Rich, which fall fragrances are you looking forward to wearing the most? I miss Himalaya. I can't wear it again. Himalaya, I wear Himalaya. I can see how you could wear Himalaya in the autumn, yes. I wear Himalaya in the spring. It's in the spring, you know. But Himalaya is beautiful. Well, tobacco oud. I'm always looking forward to wearing tobacco oud. Obviously, Balenciaga, Pour Homme, the Amens. Kerosene's Follow. Loads of fragrances. Queer Canage. He put the sticks in the bin where he also left me, says Lily. Shh. And honestly, more people are watching paint drying than than fragrance videos, says Mitra. Tried the new Creed Oud at a French shop last week. Garbage, especially for the price point. That's where Creed's at the minute, yeah. I've been weighing it. Everybody's been weighing your fragrances, mate. I honestly thought EQ was satire when I first saw a clip. Some people take themselves very seriously. New Wave says, Tower Alps Suisse smells very special but somewhat synthetic. Swiss Alps air does not really smell that way, says New Wave. It would be nice if somebody could capture the smell of the air. It's probably more of like an abstract idea sort of thing, but I get what you're saying. You know? What you should see is reason why fuck a woman was easy for him. Cringe, says Mitra. Well, I mean, there's confidence, and then there's... I mean, I don't know. I put one spray of Purpose 50 on my hand, and it lasted for 48 hours, even after I showered. No way I'm ever putting something that long-lasting on me again. Yeah, it does actually get a little bit unnerving when you put those massive fucking things on. I need to see that, says Fosco. Tried Pomelo Crush today from Healy. This man knows how to do fresh. It's brilliant. It's just a brilliant brand, actually. It's a brilliant brand, Healy. I can't recommend the sample set enough. Just buy all the samples. You can go on the website, buy all the samples. Robert's your mother's brother. You're fantastic. Yeah, I turned the stream off as soon as I heard it, says Mitra. The problem with vintage perfume is it's a commodity and supplies are finite, values are inflated, and boom, $1,000 bottle per 2 pour on. Not worth it. Very clovey. Overly clovey. We love you, Rich. Be well. DJ, I love you too, man. I love you all. Does a high price point make a perfume better, or does it just make us more willing to believe that it is? I think you will yourself to believe that it is. You want it to be. When you pay for something, your brain automatically rationalizes that you love something. It's just psychology. Suddenly you like stuff. When you own a bottle, you certainly try to, yeah. Do it for you, Rich. People who really love you want you to do things that make you happy, and the rest of them can kick a rock. Yes. You should absolutely, yeah. I do it. I think I try and push myself to do at least a video every week that isn't the fragrance rotation, because it gets us out of myself. You know, like sometimes I genuinely relish making a video. I'm like, whoa, I can't wait to do this. You know, I'm excited by it, but sometimes I'm like, I've got to really try hard and push, and it's not easy. It's not easy, but like even after the LV video today, I felt better. I felt like I'd done that shit. It was just more difficult. Sometimes it comes easy, sometimes it's hard, and sometimes you just can't. Like Richard B says, you will own nothing and be happy. Yes, we've heard of that. Bring back Blockbuster, says Jared. No humans who live in nature own anything, yet they are happy. This Victorian era mentality, thinking you are worth more if you own more, is honestly pathetic, but it works, sadly, says Spaced Out. The pick of ugly bastard reminds me of Curtis Silver, founder of the Guardian Angels. Dubadab says, Reggie, part of the niche indie in the frag home. I am niche. I am independent. But I actually like perfumes that aren't independent perfumes, if I'm being honest. But I have to say, I respect the indie sort of side of it, and it's massive. I didn't realize how big it was. It's huge. It's fucking huge, friends. It's huge. It's fucking huge. Independent perfume's fucking gargantuan, and I think that's because people recognize the genuineness is not a word. People like Noah, you know what I mean? Noah's genuine, and people recognize that, and people see it, and they respect it, and I do, you know? And I think they see how fake and bullshit and all that sort of thing that the rest are, you know? Niche brands, fucking designer brands. Designer perfume's dead, like. It's fucked. It's absolutely fucked. And they've done it to themselves. They've done it to themselves. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I must dehydrate lest I pass away. Please like the stream, and if you want a super chat, don't let me stop you. I'll be back. My God, it's fucking sweltering. How is it cooler out here? Friends, I'm back. I've got a dry throat. A dry throat I have. Ew! How are you? I am fantastic. I'm doing really well. Okay. Let's see what you've been saying. The value of owned commodities and the value of one's soul and spirit are two different things, says Richie B. Rich, I have an HDP sample set with your name on it. I've lived with it long enough. I'm in the US. How do I get it sent to you? With great difficulty, John. Leave a message on what. Leave a comment on one of the videos, and we'll see if we can sort it out. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Blah, blah, blah. Balenciaga pour armor shockingly good in the cold, the snow at night in particular. It takes on a life of its own then. Yes. Man, malt was bad. Amen, malt was bad. It got some serious hype back in the day. Some fucking huge hype. It was like Aventus before Aventus took off. Took about 2 or 3 years for Aventus to take off, you know. Took a while for Aventus to start gaining the momentum, and then it was just unstoppable. Give the stream a like when you get the chance, all, says Richie B. Mitra says confidence and cockiness are two different things. If you're confident, you better have something to be confident about. Otherwise, it's stupid. I don't know about high price making you like something, says Jonah. A blind bolt path from Damali Pegasus earlier in my collection and tried to love it, never connected. Quality speaks. I agree. Swanwood says, but I picked up a 2018 Bois de Portugal at the same Vist, so an overall win. Sorry, man, I've completely lost you there. Is Bogway too indie for you, Rich? I smelled a few of them and just wasn't arsed. They just did nothing for us, to be honest. Black Monday says, Rich, what would be a good price for a vintage Derby Listerine 100ml? At the minute, you're talking 500, 600. Seriously, you're paying fucking big money. I bought a Listerine off someone by accident years ago, and it was 300 quid, and I thought that was too much at the time, and the guy cancelled it because he was like, fuck, he was like, to be honest, it was an auction, and I was like, to be honest with you, mate, to be honest with you, I think I can get more for it. So, cancelling it. I was like, wanker. When are you going to make a perfume, Rich? Never. Would you say sincerity, perhaps? What about? Masso says, got Vanillium by Peter. A rich, dense vanilla oud. It's beautiful stuff, in my opinion. Another indie brand. There is something about kitchen sink perfumery that turns me off, says Mitra. Some people will put more effort and education into it, but some mix essential oils and call it perfume. That is also true. You've got to be careful about who you're dealing with and the fact that they are... There's that kid who was making stuff literally in his kitchen, wasn't he? I don't believe it would happen, but it did. Mitch made a video and went live today, says Dallas. Dallas is actually going... Would you believe somebody was talking about... I think it was Sense Thought talking about Ramsey having over 1,000 videos and like people should watch them all before asking Ramsey to come back. Dallas is actually watching all of my live streams and he commented on nearly all of them so far. Incredible effort. Thank you. Balenciaga is not going for anything on eBay. It's extinct. It's extinct because Rich has all the bottles. So it's not actually extinct. It's gone into hibernation. Anyone here ever been able to buy an older Creed Aventus batch in the last 2 years? Mate, I wouldn't have been buying old Creeds. Not Aventus anyway, because the money people are making. I managed to get 2 bottles of 120ml 2016 Aventus, and sold them both. Not a great markup either. One of them literally disappeared about an hour after I put it up on eBay, and it was Dan, it was Dan from Les Odorants. I fucking texted him. I was like, "What are you fucking doing?" He was like, "Oh, is that you, is it?" I was like, "You're pissed." He was like, "I am pissed." I was like, "I'll fucking cancel that and we'll take the fees off and I'll just fucking send you it." Shut up. He was fucking drunk dialing fucking Aventus batches. Silly sausage. How you doing, Seba Abdoli? Cerebel by Anthology is a recommendation. The whole brand is so underlooked. Scent of the day, it is Boudra. Surprisingly quite nice in warm weather. In his bathtub, was it? Iris Poudre. I've got Iris Poudre. Some fragrances that you wouldn't think are nice in warm weather, I just like to keep. I've got the things split up, you know what I mean? And I quite like wearing them in different seasons. It keeps the fragrance collection, interesting. Like. Oh, excuse me. Dallas says, "What's going on with these bottles? Summer fragrances. What's that bottle to the right? Which one to the right?" That's Homme de Grey. Homme de Grey is an absolutely sensational perfume. Genuinely brilliant. Like, it was 10 years out of date, at least. Right perfume, wrong time. Great perfume, though. Great perfume. Drunk buying fragrances. A classic. Yes, I mean... When I first started putting stuff up for sale, when perfumes were still selling, I haven't sold anything for ages. When I first put them up for sale, most of the sales I noticed were at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday and Friday nights. Genuinely, I'm not taking the piss. It's mental. I'd wake up every Saturday and Sunday morning and somebody had bought a fragrance. Old creeds are overrated, in my opinion, says Sense for Thought. Oh my god! They're great in comparison to current creed, but they're only good versus other niche available today, in my experience. Smelled anything by Anthology? Jean-Claude Elena has created some for the brand. I haven't. He was hate buying Aventus. Rita lowballed the girl on Lupin Voyeur and the person accepted. Hope it's great. I really enjoy it. Like, I really enjoy it. It's my like sandalwood creamy thing for the summer, along with Santal Messiah. Little bit of clove, little bit, not as much as Bracken, man. A little bit peppery, a little bit spicy, creamy, a little bit sweet, lovely. Where can I buy your favourite Pavarotti fragrance? Pass. Dobadabka, pass. Sorry, mate. Excuse me. Oh. Juan Herrera says, "Hey, Rich, do you take into consideration weather and season when what fragrance to use? I'm a mechanic. I work outdoors, so I don't." Yes, I do. I always take into account the weather and what it's going to be and what season it is. So I've got my fragrance is split roughly into 4 seasons, but mostly into like autumn and winter, and then into spring and summer. So I tend to generally put stuff around the around just what I feel like. You know what I mean? The completely arbitrary, and it should be. It should be arbitrary for you as well. You wear what you want when you want. This is just the way I do it because I find it works for me. It keeps the collection fresh and new. For me, you might find something else that works for you because you're you. You know, you in particular, you live in Texas and you work outdoors. Fuck. You're a harder man than me. Jesus. That is some outrageous fucking work, that, mate. You do what you want and wear it with fucking pride, mate, because you deserve it. Whatever you think is best. You can try the way I do it, you know? You can try the way I do it. Or you can try a different way. But the individual fragrances, it's just what you think suits what occasion, you know? Welcome, okay, cool. Cheers. Sense for thought, are you still enjoying imagination? That one perfumer made his concoctions in his bathtub. He was also a god in Indonesia or something, says James. What? That's quite the crossover. Yusuf Asadinejad, how are you? I spoke to the owner of Brodion brand in Hungary to send you a sample set for review. That's very kind of you. There's a couple of Hungarian brands. There's that Supers Budapest, isn't it? The Hungarians are bringing out perfumes. I actually used to buy a few vintage perfumes off a Hungarian guy called Josip. Josip. Nice guy. There was another guy from Poland as well. Got vintage Halcyon 112 waiting for me at home. Any thoughts on it? Personally, no. What's he called? Ramsey. What's he called? Ramsey. Ramsey's the one you want to talk to about that. He quite likes the Halstons. Pass, not worth the prices? No, pass as in I don't know where you would find them. It's not pass, not worth the prices. I think it's worth the prices. I love them. I fucking love them. I love Pavarotti. That is genuinely one of my favourite fragrances. Where have I put it? There it is. Look. So I'd opened this one up in the spring. Look at the damage I've done to that. Look at the dent I've put in that fucker. That was full not 4 months ago. And considering the amount of fragrances you see before you, I wear a lot of this when I wear it, but I wear it often as well. You know? Great fragrance. See, I keep this for the spring and summer because I think it's a happy fragrance, you know? Smashing 12 sprays of imagination to work is great. I'm catfishing everyone before I bring out the big guns. It's sensible thought. Rich, shall I send you a Burlington 1819 sample? I'm convinced you'll enjoy it. Let me know what I've got to send you as well, because to be honest with you, I've completely forgotten what I said. I actually got a compliment on it a few days ago. I hate compliments. They're awkward, says Sensible Thought. Just come up with some script in your head. Evening, everyone. Sent to the evening. Boss bottled Absolute, says Tom. How is it? How's it working for you in the summer? Welcome, Enrique. What is a good deal for Aberdeen Lavender? $130? It's a lot of fragrance. It's a lot of fragrance. No, it doesn't have the same lavender as Beau de Jour. Not at all. Not at all. Very different. It's like a warmer lavender. Only dare to compliment my friends that I know are into perfume, though. What's he called? Is crazy. Yes. Trill, no, it's how many fragrances. Yeesh. You know they're going to be shite just by that name, don't they? Rich, I'm surprised you don't like Amouage Epic Man. It's a beautiful masculine incense and sandalwood fragrance, says Jared. The Amouage just never tickled us right at all, like. Sense for Thought says, how do you even respond to a perfume compliment? Hesitantly say thanks. I become enthusiastic. I say, oh, thanks very much. You like that? Yeah, thanks. Very nice looking Indian lady, a young Indian lady. She was hot, and she said that I smell beautiful when I bought that watch I'm wearing. She was like, "You smell amazing, really nice." It was Pavarotti. Got a compliment on Pavarotti. I was like, "Thanks very much." Come in closer. Don't be shy. I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. I was thinking it. God almighty, it's like a fucking sauna in here. I've got the air con turned off. I hope you appreciate that shit, by the way. It's so fucking hot. It's so hot. It's actually cooler outside. Outside this room. It's always hot in the fucking upstairs of this house. Fuck's sake. Why? There we go. There it is. Oh, there you go. Okay, where are we? Dementia setting in. Yep, absolutely. Touch wood, hopefully it's not. I don't want to be a creep, Rich, but I do remember you buying Alain Delon. What? I don't want to be a creep, Rich, but I do remember you buying AD Alain Delon perfume. Have you tested it? Yeah, I sold it. Still got it. Where I've got it is actually much harder to get to than what it used to be. If you remember, I don't have a carpet in this room at the minute because I'm waiting for my house to get some work done. So everything has to come together to be able to sort like examine and the thing. And plus I would like to I'd like to sell some more fragrances. Not that one per se, but I would like to be able to get rid of more stuff so I can get access to more stuff, if you know what I mean. Expand the collection by shrinking it. Supers is not as serious, says Yusuf. Supers is a dupe house, says Mitra. Dali says, Centre de Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Noir Parfum. Is that the Iris one? Braikan, welcome, how are you? Hi Mitch, what is the rarest fragrance you have? And what is the most wanted fragrance you want to have? Do you know what it is, mate? I have many a rare fragrance. Someone just said earlier that you can't get Balenciaga Pour Homme anymore. I've also got a pre-reformulation Cherguet, which is like green. It's the green juice. That's really rare. The Green Au Noir is quite rare, but it's not as rare as all that. I know a few people who've got it. Homme de Grey is quite rare. Bois d'Argent Cologne, that's really rare. As far as stuff that I want that I don't have, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. There are no fragrances I don't have that I want at the minute. It's one of the reasons I keep doing the first impressions videos. I keep wanting to find fragrances that I want to buy. It's just not there. That one is real good, Dallas. A more sparkly Dior Homme Intense kind of thing. Thanks, I got it in a trade. They got a 10ml of Elysian Parfum, says Dallas. Pavarotti price went up now. Do you know, I've got the other Pavarotti fragrance sitting up there. It's not atrocious, but it isn't great. Like, I'm convinced Fougère is the best perfume type. Yeah, yeah, for me it is as well, to be honest. I like a Chypre. I like Amber. Amber will always be my first love kind of thing. I look back, fuck off. What are you? Oh. I thought that was a spider dangling down from the ceiling. My heart's beating like a fucked clock. What was I going to say? Yeah, fougere and amber for me. I love me ambers. Especially the old school fougères. 112 reminds me of a floral gin. Has a nice, crisp, dry feel to it. I like a dry fragrance. I like a dry chypre, you know, like the Eau Sauvage type thing. Cologne Officinal. Between you and the Indian lady, the children might have a chance in skin tone. I mean, they couldn't be as pale as me. She wasn't dark. She wasn't like dark. She was like a Northern Indian. Excuse me. Or of Northern Indian heritage. She had a Geordie accent. She worked at Rolex. And she was pretty. Yes, she was the perfume woman complimenting us when I was buying the watch. That was right. That was her. Good Christ. Welcome, Dropout. How are you? Reach. Have Pavarotti touch a skull in Indonesia? That is outrageous. That is a lewd statement. But for $2, and since it's you, I will. It's kind of perverse, though, mate. I'm not gonna. Did that noise do it for you, mate? Oh, Sauvage has had enough of that. Doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. Doesn't like that sort of thing. Pavarotti's a straight panty and boxer dropper. Oh, fucking hell, that's so much. It is Dallas. I really like that stuff. Good designer, Iris, says Jen. Brodian is not a dupe house, speaking with the owner at this very moment. Welcome. Hello, owner. Thank you. You're such a tease, Rich. Jared Wilson says, Rich, sell me your Vetiver Tonka. You don't like it anymore, right? That's an outrageous fucking statement. How dare you, sir? What on earth? No, I still love Vetiver Tonka. You need pre-2022 bottles, I think. I would try and get pre-2022 bottles of anything because the Lilial ban came in, and as much as we would like to actually ban Lilith, the perfumes just aren't what they were. And it was in a lot of things. Something about walking and having a proper fougere radiate off your skin just activates the most masculine parts of your brain. I feel like I'm in touch with the inner hunter-gatherer caveman. Amber and Chypre rounds out my top 3 too. Chypre and fougere overlap a lot though. Kind of parts. Do you get some fougere-ish notes from L'Orphelin? Sold a bottle of L'Orphelin recently. I've still got one, but I sold one. Battered. Finished work for this week. Well done, Dropout. Put your feet up. Hug the dog. Hug Christina. You've won. We need to ban floral notes. Yes. Yes. I sold all my fougères. What's better than Loewe Essentia? I actually sprayed that earlier in the stream. Fantastic perfume. Lovely thing. Oh, that thing there, Le Passant. I think I'm going to wear that in the autumn. I'm going to try. See what happens. Look at the state of the aspect ratio, man. What the fuck? We need to ban. Not really often. Like the aldehydes are quite short. Maybe that's why. I like a slap in the face. Some aldehyde. I'll tell you what's really aldehydic that I've found. Do you know the new Les Indomptables, the Immortel Solaire? Yeah, that has got some aldehydes going on in the top. Very licorice. I actually really like that. I'm just not buying it. Like, I just don't think I'd get a wear out of it. You know? Greetings, Baboosh. Babushka. I cannot wait once this stream is over to put the fucking air conditioner on. Good God. Turn off the light, open the window, put the tube out, turn the aircon on. I don't get the goth emo girl low forlorn thing that's all over Fragrantica, to be honest. It's uplifting to me. That's the problem with reviews, isn't it? You know, it's somebody else's thoughts, and while they can be enlightening, they can also like box you in if you're not careful. You know. Oh, really, really, really fucking hot. I don't get the gut. Mitchell K bought him or Salsalea and clear the sheen. Interesting. Is Le Passant an amber fougere, says Dallas? More ambery than fougere, I'll be honest. It's got lavender in, but it's more ambery than fougere. The bottle's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. The bottle and the lid, you know. It's nice, but I have to always remember that Galen loves indie perfume, loves this kind of straight back aesthetic, and the fucking labels on fucking wonky. Oh, the fucking slags. How dare you? It's all right, but when you're charging hundreds for a perfume, your label should be on straight. Let me put you over here, Pavarotti. Time for you to go back in here. Can you see how the label is wonky on that? Can you see? Like, it's very wonky. Like, they haven't even tried. Jesus. Oh, friends, I hope you have liked the stream. I hope you have liked the stream. I hope you have enjoyed the chat. Left part is more down. Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's completely done. Is La Passant Fougere? Jonah Whip says, was the small little bottle inspired by a toilet seat? Wouldn't surprise us. It wouldn't surprise us that now you've said that. No, I always thought it had a bit of a horseshoe kind of vibe. It's lovely, though. I love the shape of it. It's really nice to hold in your hand as well. It wouldn't surprise us because some of the other bottles by the brand is fucking... That one that's just basically designed after a cock. That's what it is. It's a cock and balls. It's a 20-foot cock and balls, man. L'Eau Forlorn is a summer incense to me. Della says, how does La Passant differ from Caron? Not as much as I would like. That's how. Aircon, it's fucking freezing down here, mate. No, it's boiling, mate. It's fucking boiling like I'm dying here. Dubba Dabka says, aircon's been on all day here. I'm not surprised. Oh, it's wonkier than my walk after 7 pints. Oh, fucking hell, my mate was telling me about how he drank 18 pints and got 10 of them for free. The other day, I was like, 18 pints? I was like, I don't think I've ever done 18 pints in one sitting before in my life. He was like, it's a good drink, that. Like, I was like, nee, shit. I was like, you must be pissing like a fucking racehorse. 18 pints, that's like fucking, it's the best part of 10 litres of fluid, that. You're talking like 7.5 litres. 10 of them were Guinness. Fuck. I bet he fucking stank. Jesus. Lovely bloke, though. Smelly bum. He's like I wouldn't say he's a professional drinker, but he used to. I mean, he was one of those blokes. Like a lot of the blokes. He's in his 50s, mid to late 50s. One of those blokes from the northeast that they've just brought up on drinking. You know, that's what you did. That was what you did. You drank. You went to work. You went home. You got something to eat. You went out and you got pissed every night. 8 to 10 pints every night. Every fucking night. Because that's what you did. You know? But I got 10 pints of fucking Guinness for fuck all. It was at what was it? It was like a promotion that Guinness were doing. They were giving tickets to people, and he had to drink them. He had to drink them. He had to drink them in an hour. He had an hour to drink them, so he was drinking a pint every 5 minutes. And yes, before you say anything, I absolutely believe it, because I've seen him drinking before. And it's Guinness, it's flat. It's not got loads of air in it, you know what I mean? It's not like beer and stuff like that. If it was beer, I would say you were probably burping and farting so much you couldn't get any more in. But since it's Guinness, it's flat. It just gans down. I had another mate of mine who used to be able to fucking completely and utterly open his gullet and neck a pint in like a second. Like literally just tip the glass upside down. It was gone. The only limiting factor was how quick the liquid could come out the glass. It timed him at a second. Pint just gone, disappeared. Mental. Patmore. That was when we were like 16, man. It was crazy shit. That, mind you, he's huge now. He's like one of those, like, he's bigger than, do you know, Big John, the Bursch? He's chronically obese. He's a massive person now. Maybe ranting more will make you feel better. Hope you keep feeling better, Mr. Rant. Thanks, Durbadabka. I made some bomb tomato soup, says Dallas. 18's fucking insane. Yeah, it's ill. You got a grilled cheese, says Often Licked. I'm not walking after 7 pints, says Baboosh. I can't drink. I just can't. I don't. Proper Geordie. Yes, he is. If you heard his accent, I don't know that you'd be able to understand him. Like, you think, I'm Geordie. He's from actually in Newcastle. I'm from like outside of Newcastle. I live about 10 to 15 miles outside of Newcastle. He was like from Newcastle. Somehow messed up the grilled cheese. Oh dear. I'm back before the live is finished, says Franska. I grew up in the Toon, man, says Sense for Thought. Did you? Why aren't you doing pints? Is Newcastle brown popular? Yes. I just saw that dude on Instagram. He eats these pies with green soup and gravy. It's great. Very big guy. He's massive, John. He needs to stop the food, though, because he's going to die. Is Carl spying on me, says Mitra? Probably. Has been for a while, to be fair. Anyway, I'm off, friends. I'm off because I'm fucked and I need to fucking cool down or I'm gonna fucking expire. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for keeping us company. Thank you for super chatting, friends. To the super chatters, you are very kind. I appreciate it. Got 4. No, I think I got more than that. I think I got more than that. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Thank you, Germs. Thank you, Mitra. Thank you, Juan. Thank you, Nina. Thanks, Watch Nicholas. Thank you, Dallas. You're all very kind. And on that note, I am gone. Have a nice night, everyone. See you later.